Stevens, and for the next few weeks, I'm doing a new series entitled Holy Holiday, putting the holy back in your holiday. Now, this is week 3, and we are talking about holiday humility. So I'm going to be sharing a story about a time when I wasn't that humble. A few years ago, I got a major lesson in humility when my dad came and spent Christmas with my family. Most of you know I just released my first book, Overcoming Father Wounds. So the fact that my dad was coming to spend Christmas with my family was a bit of a big deal. I was looking forward to learning a few cooking skills from my dad because he is a classically trained chef. There is essentially nothing he can't cook. In saying that, even though I was excited, I found myself feeling a little territorial about my kitchen and how I wanted things to be done. You know what they say about cooks in the kitchen, especially as it relates to my mac and cheese. My dad, who was well-meaning, asked me questions like, do you know the ingredients? Do you have the butter, the milk, the eggs? Full of pride and frustration, I told my dad, I know what I'm doing. He got quiet and left the kitchen. This was not one of my better moments. Once the dinner was prepared, we all sat down and ate until our bellies were full. I asked my dad if he enjoyed the dinner, and he said yes. My favorite part was the macaroni and cheese. Ouch. Talk about getting a lesson in humility. Here my father, who has cooked professionally all his life, gave me a compliment after I had been so unnecessarily filled with pride. That day, my father exemplified the words of Philippians 2, 1 through 4 that say, therefore, if you have any encouragement from being united with Christ, if any comfort from his love, if any common sharing in the Spirit, if any tenderness and compassion, then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being one in spirit and of one mind. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself, not looking to your own interest, but each of you to the interest of others. My dad valued me over himself that day. He was humble. I, on the other hand, was too busy being territorial. We often focus on Jesus as a baby in the manger, but we tend to omit what he gave up to come to earth. An entire throne, y'all. He clothed himself in flesh and became human to save mankind. He left heaven to come to earth and be with people that would reject him. He did not consider equality with God something to be grasped, even though he was God already. Rather, he took on the nature of a servant, even unto death. Y'all, this is the essence of humility. As we prepare to celebrate the birth of Christ, what would it look like for us to honor him by being like him, humble? By laying our wants and desires aside and considering others better than ourselves, or at least asking God for help to do this. What would it look like for us to offer the gift of humility this holiday season? To have the mindset of letting other people go first, help in the kitchen, or even prepare their version of mac and cheese. Humility lays the foundation for genuine connection in our relationships with others. It's a secret superpower that we can all use this holiday season. Let's all do our best to honor Christ by being like him this holiday season and choosing humility. In doing so, it just might help us to put a little holy back in our holiday. I hope that this has been an encouragement to you, and I want to invite you to join me next week when we'll be talking about holiday hope.